Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy with Plan on Charms, and today we are going to be doing a flip through of my A5 TN. I started setting this up last month in July, and I have just kind of been building on it. I actually honestly, I turned to Chat GPT and asked it what I should use this for. So I already participate in several Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal swaps. I already have like my reading journal, I have my planner, but I wanted something that was fun, cute, and I wanted to, use what I have. So I just kind of said, what should I use this for? And it gave me some ideas. And so this is what I came up with. So first off, I will show you all of my decorations, all the jewelry. So on the spine here, I have some dangles that my bestie made, some I made, mostly she made them. Yeah, I did this bow, and I think that's about it. She did everything else for me. And then I just kind of added some clips to add it on there. But look at how pretty all this stuff is. I love all of the fun bits. And then I have yellow pom-pom. I've got a couple of ollie clips and a paper clip here. And then I made this bow so that it just kind of brought in a little bit of yellow because I'm loving yellow and purple right now. So anyways, let's get into it. This cover that I'm using, unfortunately, the shop is no longer around. Another one that has closed, sadly. It is from In the Leafy Treetops, and they used to have both spiral bound and TN options. So I still have a couple of the covers and actually a couple of inserts as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and open this up. I added this beautiful dark purple and like teal green blues paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then I added in these papers as well, just kind of brought out that teal green a little bit more. This is from a paper pad from Hobby Lobby as well. And then I have my clips. These ones here I've had for a little while, and I tend to bring them in and out of all of my TN setups. And his name is Oliver. And then the glitter scallops are from, my goodness, you guys, I went blank. The Planner Society. And then this bow is from Simply Gilded. And then I just, this is just a basic black cover. So I just wrapped it with this gold vellum and then added the gold bow and the scallops. I know it doesn't go all the way to the edge, but it doesn't bother me really. And honestly, I could round the corners and it would be less noticeable. But anyways, this is just a, oh, I guess I could do like this. This is just a monthly calendar. Haven't quite decided what I wanted to use this for. If I wanted to use it as like my pre-plan where I could throw in all of my appointments and everything, or if I wanted to use it more as a budget. So haven't quite decided on that just yet, which is why it's blank. And this is a monthly that goes to 2028. There are a couple of note pages in the back, but yeah, it goes through June of 2028. So I've got 2 years to use that. And then, like I said, it was just a plain black cover, and I wrapped it. And then this is a zipper pouch that I added some of that same paper from the front into. I need to do a little something on the back. Haven't quite decided what I want to do there, but this cover, I want it to match, since this doesn't quite match the whole aesthetic of what I'm going for there. I did add some bows and hearts all over. I added this hummingbird as well as this. And then this is actually an insert from In the Leafy Treetops, and I wrapped it with some vinyl to just kind of make it more of what I was looking for. And I've got a couple of, stickers on the inside. But what this is, here, I'll show you a blank one, is budget pages. So it's very blank, different categories for your expenses, your spending tracker for each week. And then you can do all of your planning with your income and your expenses. This here, what I do is I break it down on the paycheck, so what bill to pay for each paycheck. And then these side sections, I usually just put in any extra bills that I need to worry about, such as doing registration for the vehicles, or any hospital bills or doctor bills that come in that's not categorized in one of my bills that I need to pay. So anyways, that's what I use that for. So it's nice and simple. So I've got that. And then the back of this pocket here are these 3 like credit card type things. I don't really like that it's separated. I wish it was just like one big pocket. But I did go ahead and add in these 3 cute little things, and I'll probably get another strip of paper or something to go over the whole thing, but that's what I added in there for now. But maybe whatever paper I decide to put on this side, I'll, wrap it through. I don't know, we'll see. But on the back, it's some more of the daisy and bows from the front. And then this section here, this is an Erin Condren insert. This is the Daily Duo. I think that's what it's called. But it's a daily planner. So again, the month, I haven't quite set this up. I just barely started playing around with this. I do have it for all of 2026, but I haven't used, the first half of the year. So I'll probably save it for next year and redate it. Not a big deal. But yeah, so I've got the month that I haven't done anything to. And then this is what I do with it. I, have just simple deco, some headers, and just kind of what I need to get done for each day. And it does have, let me show you here. It's got these 3 sections and this like checklist, and then this blank box here. So what I have it broken down to is appointments. So if anyone in my family has appointments for the day, I write that down because that's kind of a top priority. And then the next box is chores. So if I have any chores that need to be done, and then my health. So I have a couple of different chronic health problems. So I will track that there. So it's easy to see it at a glance. And then this section here is just kind of my to-do. And then my homework, I only need a couple of lines for whatever homework I'm doing. And then the boxes here are work schedules for everyone in my family. So yeah, that's how I do it. And again, same thing on the other side here. And yeah, it seems to be working pretty well for me like that. And then Saturday and Sunday are split page, which is fine because I don't usually have appointments on the weekends, and I can always put a box for my health and things like that. So yeah, it seems to be working so far really well. I just, like I said, haven't figured out what I want to do in the monthly section yet, because I am still using my A5 ring planner as my catch-all. So haven't quite figured this out, because I do like having my week at a glance, but I guess I could figure that out just in the monthly section. I don't know yet. I don't know, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. I probably overthink things, and yeah. And then Erin Condren inserts do have these back pockets, and it usually comes with 1 or 2 sheets of stickers. So yeah, I just left that in there. This next insert is also from In the Leafy Treetops. This one here, I have been using it as kind of a brain dump type thing. So I do a lot of craft swaps, and excuse me, I'm going to get a sip of water real quick. Okay, so in here, like I said, I do a lot of craft swaps. So I've been brain dumping on different things to include in the swaps. So like if I do a pocket letter, here is some samples of what to include. And then as a general craft swap, a bunch of different ideas on what to include. I've got embellishment ideas, gifts that are not candy. This is really important, especially in the summertime when it gets really hot and you don't want to send candy because it could melt. So I've added a few ideas there. Although if candy is melting, you're probably going to get the lotion, the lip balm, that stuff melting too. And then packaging. So a lot of times when I'm doing my swap, the host doesn't specify how to package it up. So I've just been coming up with some ideas for future. So yeah, I've got, a lot of blank pages there, but that's been a nice catch-all. This next section here, this insert is also from In the Leafy Treetops, and this is a project insert. So this, I have tabs here for all of my Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal swaps. So I have 5 of them that I'm part of. And so those are just kind of brain dumps and who I send it to, when I send it, things like that. So yeah, I'm not going to show any of that information because there is some stuff in there I don't necessarily want to share. But here is what the page looks like. So what I personally do is the project, I will put the name of the group. The purpose, I will put the day that it needs to be mailed off by. Most of mine are the 15th of the month, so then I would just put 15th of every month. And then this area here, I'll put different ideas of what I want to include. So I'll go through and I'll put welcome letter, yearbook page, let's see, for the Scenic Route Society. For example, that one is a 50-state swap. So then I have a page that is the state flower, the state bird. For the Book Nook, I did something like purple book covers, yellow book covers, things like that. So that's what I put there. The supplies needed, I've put stuff in there such as what journal I'm using. So Archer and Olive A5, that kind of thing. And then the tasks, this is where I've been putting everyone's name that's part of the group. And then in this section here, where you could put like a check mark, I've been putting the date that it's mailed off. So if, like, I did a video not too long ago where I had Morgan's journal. So it would say like Morgan and then the date that I mailed off Morgan's journal, because the person that I'm mailing it to never changes. I don't need to write that down, but I, will put what journal I mailed, what journal I mailed off. So those are the kinds of things that I keep track of in this section here. And then the last insert I have is Erin Condren Plant Journal. And I love this glittery clear cover that's on it. I want more of these, but I cannot find them that fit the inserts perfect like this. So anyways, this is my plant journal. So in here I've got, I haven't put my name there. I'm not sure why. But I have different plants that I have. So this one here, I didn't put my adoption date and adopted from, because I got it from Lowe's, I think, and I don't know when. And, I'm not that concerned with all of that. But I have lemon balm. I printed a picture of it. So I took a picture of each of my plants and then uploaded it to my Cricut design space, printed it out so that it has a picture. And let's see, the species, it's an herb. It is pet friendly. I actually started growing it for my bunny, who sadly has passed away. But I still have my parsley and lemon balm that I was growing for him. And then I put in here, sunlight. So it does like full sun, bright and direct, medium and direct. So it likes sun. It likes to be constantly damp. And when you are pruning it, prune no more than 1/3 of the plant. So I did not know that before doing this journal, so I'm very thankful that I have that information. So if I were to prune it back, to make sure that I don't prune more than 1/3 of it. And then this is a watering log. So I put the date. So I just watered it on Monday, and I put an F because I fertilized it. It doesn't have like a separate fertilizing schedule to keep track of. I mean, it's got the fertilizer type and frequency here, but not when I'm fertilizing it. So I just decided to put an F there. So I've got my parsley, same thing, fertilizer liquid every 4 to 6 weeks. So that way I know in 4 to 6 weeks, I need to fertilize it again. And then I've got my aloe plant, and I only need to water it every 2 to 3 weeks. It does like to be kind of dry in between. And then this one here is Burro's Tail. So you get the point. I taken pictures, and I haven't fully filled out everything. I still need to do research on each of the plants to get all of this information. But yeah, I did it for all my plants. I think I have 15 plants. And so it was, a lot of them are succulents, not all of them. But yeah, I just thought it was great. And this has room for a lot, like 60 different plants. I don't know, I didn't count, but that's kind of what it looks like there. But yeah, that is my A5 TN setup, and I have really been enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I know that Traveler's Notebooks are kind of making a comeback. So if there is something you want to see in here, let me know. And I'm happy to demonstrate, because it drives me crazy when people don't show all of the stuff that they're doing in their insert. or in their planner. So yeah, I'm happy to share a lot of information. Some of it is a little bit more private and I won't share, but I will share everything that does not have personal information on it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And I cannot figure out why this bow is on the wrong side. Probably because it's needing to go the other way around like that. You guys can watch me struggle for a moment. I don't know if that's right, because then that's over there. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Oh, and I did reinforce the holes with some eyelets because they were starting to get stretched out, and I didn't want any of the leather or faux leather to tear. So yeah, I did add some eyelets there. But all right, I will stop rambling and I will see you all next time. Bye, friends.